picnic with my best friends. We start to plan what we will do. Now life's back in color and everything's feeling brand new. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind, leaving lipstick stains on tall glasses of wine.
Hi friends, it's Nathan, a second-year pharmacy student studying at the University of Waterloo. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today is December 6th, which marks the beginning of my college finals week. And ever since starting this series back in January, and this is the third time doing this series now, you guys have shown me so much love and support, and I actually upload these videos after my exams are over, so seeing how I felt, my results, and then seeing your guys' comments, it really makes me happy, and I know that we'll get through these weeks. It's gonna be tough, but I know that we'll get through it together. I know that I'm still capable, and I have you guys pushing me. So this week, let me tell you what I have. So tonight, I have a pharmacokinetics assignment due, which I haven't started. Love it. And then tomorrow, I have an injection practical exam. On Thursday, I have my final exam for therapeutics, which will go over asthma, COPD, and other conditions. And then on Friday, I have my OSCE, which is my clinical exam. So 4 things this week. It's gonna be busy, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be hectic, but we got this. So I'm gonna start by making a to-do list just to plan out my day. Then I'll watch my very last lecture of pharmacokinetics, and then get started on my assignment. The to-do list is looking pretty packed, so let's get started.
They tear apart Voltaire just like afternoon croissants, strolling over bridges that were built in Renaissance. Isn't that what every romance loving 20-something woman wants? Midnight in Paris, I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by yourself.
So my assignment is pretty much done. I'm not gonna submit it yet. I'm gonna probably take a look at it again a little later on, just to make sure I didn't make any careless mistakes or just double check my work, and then we'll send it off. But now it's time for lunch. So for lunch, it's actually meal prep. This is butter chicken. I didn't have any rice, so I just mixed it with pasta, and it's pretty good. And then I'm watching Riverdale. Do not judge me. There's nothing else to watch. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's like hailing outside. You can hear the little ice, and I would not want to be those people walking. Yikes. It's super bright because the hailstorm is now over. It's crazy, like it was blizzarding and then now it's sunny and the skies are clear, which is very, very odd. But now I'm gonna get started with therapeutics. Now, I have to admit that I was doing admin for a little bit over an hour. I feel like admin just takes up so much time. Like I thought an email would take me 5 minutes, and then it's taking 10 minutes, and there's like 3 other emails that take me 10 minutes, and before you know it, an hour's passed. So I got that out of the way, which is good, but I need to get started on therapeutics. So we have my COPD therapeutics to go through, as well as my COPD medicinal chemistry. I'm currently making Anki cards, so I'm gonna finish that up, and then that should take us a good chunk of the afternoon.
Midnight in Paris, oh what a feeling. Steps on cobblestones, thinking this must be La Vie en Rose. Maybe.
Over the past 2 days, I've been making Anki cards. So we have asthma, which has 106 cards, and then COPD, which has 110 cards. 200 cards I will be doing on Tuesday and Wednesday before my exam. So for dinner, we got the pasta that I made with a beef brisket and tomato base my mom packed. And yes, I am going to eat this with the wooden spoon I used to cook. After spending way too long on this assignment, we are done. Finally. Okay, now it's time to get on with the rest of my work for the night, sadly.
Get a place that's right across the Notre Dame. The roof will be leaking, but I'll be...
we are done for the night. I finished up my assignment, which is a case study for therapeutics. Given a patient, and then we have to go through, assess them, and figure out how we want to treat them. That is done. I didn't get through everything that I wanted. I wanted to get through 2 more lectures and make Anki cards for them. They're not long, but I did want to get them done with so that tomorrow and Wednesday could be purely going through my Anki cards, but I guess we're still gonna have to make some tomorrow morning. I do want to sleep early because it's like 10:30 and I have my injection exam tomorrow and I'm gonna be injecting a fellow classmate. I don't want to mess that up. I'm gonna go to bed and then I will see you tomorrow morning early to catch up on what we haven't done and also to prep for this injection exam. Good night, guys. Hi friends, I hope you're enjoying the exam week vlog. I wanted to pop in and tell you that this video is kindly sponsored by Basmo, a reading and book tracker app. I believe that reading is one of the best things you can do for yourself, especially as students, and Basmo has a ton of features and tools that allow you to get the most out of what you're reading. I mentioned several months ago that I started reading The Defining Decade. Now, I'm gonna expose myself. I really haven't stuck to a routine and I haven't had the self-discipline to read this every single day, but that's where Basmo comes in. On the app, you can set daily and yearly goals. Now, my goal is to finish this by 2021. I want to get it done, so I'm going to be reading 15 minutes every day. With Basmo, you can also track your reading time, set your next read, and even look at your reading statistics. One of my favorite features has to be the ability to scan your quotes into the app itself. So prior to using Basmo, I was actually highlighting my favorite quotes and then I would look back to when needed. But with the app, everything is in one location, so if I wanted to refer back to it and remember something, I could easily do that. Lastly, I find that when I'm reading, I'm not reflective enough. At the end of every session, Basmo will ask you to record your thoughts and emotions, which allows you to be really reflective and make sure that you're processing and digesting the stories or lessons that you're reading, which is ultimately what we want to do, right? We want to obtain knowledge from books and keep the knowledge. I couldn't be more excited to bring Basmo into the 2022 year, where I'm going to set a new reading goal of hopefully, fingers crossed, reading 3 books in 1 year. That's 1 book every 4 months. And I would love for you guys to join me on this reading challenge. So definitely go download Basmo in the description box. We're going to finally hit those New Year reading resolutions. Thank you, Basmo, and let's continue on with the video. I just woke up from a nightmare about my exams. Everything was going wrong. I walked in, I was so flustered and like things were falling out of my hands. I bring my backpack in, which I always do, and then the proctor goes, "Don't you know you're not supposed to bring your backpack?" And I'm like I always do. And then I sat down, everything was so unfamiliar. They weren't allowing you to use my own pencil. So flustered that I didn't even get to go to the washroom prior, so I asked to go to the bathroom, and then I felt even more judged. And then like the scene switches, so I'm now on a train trying to escape the exam. Midway, I decide I want to go back to it, but then I get lost, and then I just wake up from the dream, and then it's 10 minutes before my alarm. I don't know what this means, and I really hope it doesn't project anything that's gonna happen today or in the future. But I just thought that I was like so calm yesterday and like that I could handle this, but I guess my subconscious doesn't think so, which is disappointing and shocking and not the best way to start this morning, truthfully, because I'm like freezing right now. It wasn't a pleasant sleep, but we're just gonna shake it off. And you know, this is a dream. A dream is a dream. It's not real. This doesn't indicate what's gonna happen to me. So we're just gonna go out as normal and we're gonna have a good, productive, and successful day. Hopefully.
As happy as they come. Well, I read that the French always say what's on their mind, leaving lipstick stains on tall glasses of wine, practically invented.
Why am I like this? I completely forgot that I had a meeting today with my professor to discuss my feedback for my OSCE clinical exam. And I literally got the reminder on my Google Calendar, which I highly recommend you guys do, is use Google Calendar, that it's in 30 minutes. So I'm currently on the way, so I don't miss it, because that'd be embarrassing, because I did schedule it.
Being nonchalant for fun. They tear apart Voltaire just like afternoon croissants, strolling over bridges that were built in Renaissance. Isn't that what every Roman's loving 20-something woman wants?
I am in my pharmacy building, and we're gonna head over to my meeting. So we made it in time, which is great, but it would have been bad if I missed it. So I got the chance to review my feedback from my previous OSCEs, and I actually did really well. I got A's in both of them. So in my prescription OSCE and over-the-counter medication OSCE, I both did very well in them. My ability to do sterile compounding is another story. For these syringes I drew up, they were off by 0.1 mils, which is little, but when we're talking about medications, it could have a drastic effect, and it's kind of a big deal. So that I need to work on, and I know that it will get better with practice and stuff. Overall, pretty happy with my practical clinical technique skills. So now I'm going to just do a little bit of prep work for my exam later this afternoon to do injections. Again, my syringing and my drawing up needs work, so hopefully I'll keep that in mind for my vaccines when I do it today.
I've always heard there's magic in the air as you're watching people dance by midnight in Paris.
So I finished going through the techniques to do a intramuscular and subcutaneous injection. I feel pretty confident, so we're just gonna move on. Also, it's Tuesday, so that means my newest video is up. It's My 4 Lives, and it's basically a vlog that shows my 4 lives, and you have to figure out what that is, so definitely go check it out. I will link it above. But now we're going to move on to my studying for the day. I need to do my asthma Anki cards because I have my exam for therapeutics on Thursday, which is in 2 days. Crazy. So here is to 100 cards on asthma. I'm heading to my injection practical, so I will see you after. Hopefully not too much blood comes out of my patient, and hopefully it doesn't hurt too much when someone injects me. I'm ready to go poke some people. Guess who just passed his injection practical? This soon-to-be pharmacist. So hit me up if you need any injections, vaccines, I got you. So this is the complete meal. I have cabbage with tomato and chili, rice, and then a pork kebab, and then this is a fresh pressed green celery juice. I am no longer happy, cheery. I am so stressed. It is 9 o'clock and I feel like I just barely have scratched the surface of asthma. I'm not finished everything that I wanted to do today. And I just remembered that I have 2 quizzes due tonight, which I need to get done. So now I can't even sleep early and wake up early. And I just feel like there's a very probable chance of me failing the Thursday exam, which is like my biggest fear. I'm just really stressed, and I just like feel like I just want to explode. I just want it to end, but it won't end until 2 weeks from now. I'm just so exhausted. Okay, I'm not gonna film this like me doing the quizzes. I just need to get this done with, sleep, and then I'll see you tomorrow. It is 5 in the morning. I'm so tired, but we gotta get up.
I found somebody, I say you don't cross my mind.
It is cold. It is -8 degrees today, but I'm letting this wake me up because we've got a long day ahead of us. Good morning. I'm feeling a lot better today. I have so much to study, so I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to get on with it, but I need to essentially cover what I didn't cover yesterday plus today, so that's asthma and COPD. It's a lot of content, close to 200 Anki slides. We're just gonna do it. Holy Spirit activate, and let's get this done.
And she doesn't know that your favorite place is still mine. Now I take the long way.
I'm halfway done asthma. I'm taking a little break by eating lunch. I'm gonna finish this quickly and then get back to the rest, and hopefully I can get this done in a few hours.
Avoid what I
Oh yeah. Okay, we are done asthma. I just need to take a seat here because my legs are very, very tired, and I felt like the last hour was brutal. My mind was about to explode. I was processing things very slowly. I just wasn't filling in the dots as fast. I wasn't going into my head as easily, and it's because my brain is tired. So now that I'm done asthma, I do have a little bit of med chem to review for asthma, but that's not urgent, so I'm gonna review it tonight. I just want to cover all the most important topics first. So now that asthma, pathophys, diagnosis, and I'm just looking at my Anki decks, and therapeutics is done. We're gonna move on to COPD, pathophys, as well as the therapeutics, and then I will go through med chem for both of them tonight. But yeah, I feel like it's possible for me to get through it all, but I am reminded the fact that I don't do 200 cards a day because Anki is so mentally stimulating. Because it's active recall, it really requires a lot of brain power. It makes you super, super tired. But it's going well. We're just gonna keep it up. I'm gonna take a short break and then we're gonna get back to it.
let go. I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive.
Last slide. It's 6 o'clock. My laptop's almost dead. Let's do this one slide. Exacerbations per year is 2. Hospitalizations per year is 0.5. 3-year mortality is 25%. Clinical features, there is chronic respiratory failure, your partial pressure of oxygen is less than 60, and the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is greater than 50, may have symptoms of cor pulmonale, and the last one is quality of life is impaired, and exacerbations are life-threatening. And then this I already know, it's less than 0.7, and this is less than 30. Let's see. Yes, okay. Let's hit the easy. And we're done. I got to go home and eat. This one Anki deck took me way longer than it needed. Like, I probably spent like an hour and a half on 30 cards, which is like not ideal. It was just so hard. It was going through the pathophysiology, and COPD is so complex. So many things are happening. You have things that you would have never thought about. It's just so dense, and I was actually about to lose it. I ate a banana halfway because I was literally gonna lose it. It sucks because my brain is so tired that I can't perform optimally, and I'm technically like wasting time, but I don't have time to waste. And that's like the really upsetting thing, is that when you just don't have time to study.
All of the streets we used to on first.
I feel like at this point, I don't even like care how tomorrow goes. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that because like normally I wouldn't say something like that, but I feel like I'm just so exhausted from being in school since January. You guys have been following me. You guys know that I started pharmacy school in January 2021, and I've had no breaks, no summers, no time off, and it's just been continuous school. And I'm just so burnt out and exhausted that like I feel like I just don't even care how this exam goes. And I know like I still care, and I know that I'll be freaking out tomorrow and maybe later tonight, but just in this very moment, I just want it to end. Like, it's like gonna be the longest 2 weeks of my entire life. I'm about to sleep, and I don't want to make it seem like I don't care about my exams, because I do care. I care a lot, but I just feel so defeated that I just convinced myself that I'm gonna do poorly no matter what I do or how much I study or how much I try. Like, that's what's going on in my head. I had barely any time to study for this exam. Today was the first day I really went in depth with my Anki cards. I usually have 2 days to study with my Anki cards, and that's 50% reduction. That is a lot of time missed, and because of that, I just feel not prepared, and no matter what I do is just not going to make a difference, which is so damaging. And I need to get out of this thought, because every time I study or every decision I make to memorize something or to further understand something, it is benefiting me for the exam. It's preparing me further. But in general and as a whole, it just seems very bleak and it seems very meaningless, which is sucks because I don't want to feel like this. I want to really give it my all, but it's just really hard when you have that thought at the back of your mind. So I'm just gonna go to bed now. It is 10:30. I'm gonna wake up at 3 so that I can finish the rest of my studying. Good night, guys. It is 2 in the morning. I need to get up because I need to finish studying. It's so bright. I don't feel like tired because I feel like it's just a nap, but I know that I'm gonna feel tired later on this day. There's coffee for it.
I don't even know where I'm going at first. All of the turns that I had to unlearn. Back to the surface, the feeling of all that we were.
Here's the game plan. So essentially, I have 5 hours before my exam. It is currently 3:30. My exam is at 9 a.m. And what I'm going to be doing in these next 5 hours, I'm going to basically review everything, paying special attention to the ones that I didn't get the chance to study via Anki. So that's really COPD therapeutics and the med chems. That's it. I'm saying that's it, but it's quite a bit. So I'm going to be making sure that I understand all those processes, the algorithms, the theory, everything behind those, and then review everything else. There is pharmacokinetics on my exam, which I haven't paid too much attention to. Hopefully, I'm going to review it and then it's all going to come flooding back. I am taking a course on pharmacokinetics separately, so there should just be a lot of overlap and crossover. So that is the plan. It seems okay. I think we can do this. Let's get it, and I will see you right before my exam.
I don't always think about you till First Avenue. That's when I do. That's when I do. I guess the truth is.
Okay, if you guys know, you know, this bathroom, you've seen it multiple times. Someone once commented that these green walls are iconic, and yes they are. These 4 walls have seen me at my most vulnerable and my most fragile state. So I'm about to take my exam. I feel like I'm prepared, if that makes sense. I usually like to cram as I get, but then I just didn't even know what to cram and what to last minute review because I just felt like everything needed to be reviewed. Like, I feel like I know my content as long as it's like straightforward and I keep my, as long as it's straightforward and I keep my head clear, then it should be okay, but I will see you after. I really don't think it went well. So many questions, I just kept flagging and flagging and flagging. I was just so unconfident in my answers. I was second guessing myself, and a lot of it I just didn't know, to be honest. A lot of them were just best guesses and trying to use the logic and the reasoning that I had from the material that I knew, and then trying to infer and extrapolate information that I didn't know and didn't study enough. I know that I didn't have the time to study to my usual potential, but I just feel like somehow it always turns out okay. Like, I'm able to infer and make connections and figure out the best possible answer through process of elimination or that kind of stuff, but I just felt like for this, it just wasn't working out for me, and I just don't know if I did enough to pass. I'm like so scared, and like I knew it was hard because everyone was writing until the time was up. No one left early, and I'm just scared. I'm just scared that I didn't do enough. Okay, well, nothing I can do about it now, but just not the best start to the exam season. So some time has passed. I got home, ate lunch, and then I took a shower. And I don't know if it's physical or psychological, but there's something about a shower that is just so stress relieving. I think it's also like the heat because it's cold outside and just having that steam, and then also psychologically washing away stress and worries. That's also really comforting. So now that I'm just kind of refreshed, I'm gonna start studying for tomorrow's exam. Now, tomorrow's exam is an OSCE clinical exam, and essentially what happens is that I pretend to be a student pharmacist. Well, not pretend because I am, but it's like a case, and then you have a standardized patient, they're an actor, and then they'll tell you their issues or whatever, and then you have to give a recommendation, over-the-counter product, or they're a patient with a prescription, and then you have to counsel the prescription, how to take the medication, side effects, like that kind of stuff. It is quite scary because it's one thing to know your information, and it's another to be able to verbalize it and say it in a very practical and realistic manner. So I'm just gonna practice it. I have my notes in front of me, so I'm just gonna literally pretend as if there was someone else in front of me, like I do it all the time in front of a camera, and just pretend like I'm the pharmacist and go through scenarios. I don't want to sleep late tonight because I'm very exhausted. For dinner, we got noodles and Riverdale. So rather than doing a time lapse for this study session, I thought I would actually show you a counseling interaction. So basically, this unit is on inhaler devices, so I'm going to tell you how you use a turbuhaler, also known as a Symbicort. The Symbicort is a DS9 formoterol inhaler, so it actually helps with asthma, and it can be used as a reliever or controller, and it works by lowering inflammation of the lungs, as well as relaxing the muscle of the lungs, opening up the airway. Now, you will start to get effects of this medication within 5 minutes, and to administer this medication, you first need to prime it. So to prime, you're just going to remove the cap, hold it upright, move the cap, you're going to turn the base one direction, and then back, you'll hear a click, do it one more time, and then it's primed. Now, to administer, you're going to hold it upright, you're going to remove the cap, are going to turn the base all the way, and then back. You're going to breathe out, take the inhaler up to your mouth, make it seal with your lips, breathe in fast but steadily, and then you're going to take it off, keep it sealed, hold for 10 seconds, then breathe out. Okay? After that, you're going to repeat it for how many inhalations you need to do. You're then going to recap it, rinse your mouth, and you're done. Now that is basically how you use it. So I hope you guys got a little bit smarter, and for any of my audience that has asthma, I hope you found this helpful. Guys, we're finally going to bed. I am so tired. I don't know if you can see my bags, but I call them designer. So we're going to bed now. It is 10:30. If I sleep now and wake up at 4, that's a little bit less than 6 hours, which is absolutely heavenly right now because I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. So I will see you tomorrow morning for more prep before my OSCE, which is kind of nerve-wracking. It's performance anxiety.
I can't leave memories behind. When she asks about you, I hesitate every time.
Good morning. So I'm currently just waiting for my train. I feel a lot better after my morning prep than I did the night before, and I think it should go okay as long as I keep my head straight and I stay calm and composed. All the information is up here. It's just a matter of being able to deliver it in that moment in a conversational tone, naturally and coherently is the biggest part. So once I get there, it's pretty intense. Like, it's very structured and everything, so I don't think I can film me going to the bathroom and my green wall. So I will probably see you after the OSCE. And it's a 3-part OSCE, if I didn't say. Prescription, over the counter, and a checking, so I have to verify prescription. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, it's about to start and I'm so nervous. I have to go. I'll see you after. So I just finished my OSCE. When I tell you that I was so nervous and I really had no idea how I did. I think I hit all the points. Like, I definitely got the therapeutic accurateness right. However, delivery, we'll see how it goes. I feel like I tend to think that my delivery is worse. Like, on my previous consultations, I thought that I was super nervous and not confident, but it came off pretty confident, so we'll see how it goes. A lot of my peers are around me, so I will fill you in a little bit more info when I'm alone.
Okay. Is Papa there? Hi!
She's trying to get Olivia Rodrigo tickets. Priorities, I guess. So I'm back home now, and you know what? I realized that I made careless mistakes in all 3 sections after looking at my notes. They're not large careless mistakes, they're just kind of things that I didn't mention or things that I oversaw, which just cost me 1 or 2 marks on each section. It's not a big deal, but I just never have made those mistakes in the past, so I know it's because of nerves. For example, my over-the-counter consultation, I forgot to recommend some strategies you can treat things without medications, because it's always good to have medications and non-medication strategies. I completely forgot about that. For my prescription consultation, I think I hit all the criteria, and then the prescription checking, I missed one thing. I just don't know how I missed it. Like, it's obvious. I wouldn't say it's obvious, but it was something that I should have caught on, but I didn't. But overall, I think it went all right. I'm like happy that I just got it over and done with. I was the very first person, literally the very first person to do it straight at 9:15 morning. So I am proud. Now I'm going to eat a Timbit. These are actually like the Justin Bieber collab Timbeebs, which are like donut holes, and they're not that good, to be honest. I think they're overhyped. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill a bit and then get started with work because it's still early and I'm not tired at all. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I last saw you guys. I took a break and ate some donut holes and finally got around to actually writing down and calculating what marks I need on the final to pass the class. Now, I can see what my marks are going into the exam, what I need on each exam. I think this is great. Every student should be doing this. It provides a really good plan on how you want to allocate your time. You know, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket and study for an exam that you are most likely going to pass without even trying. So that's just a good tip for you guys. For me, this is really just to guide my studying. Even though getting high marks is great, like it is very rewarding, but at the end of the day, I just want to pass my classes. And I've said this before, pharmacy school is very much pass or fail. So a pass is a pass, and I just need to keep passing to get my doctor of pharmacy, get my degree, be done, essentially. So yeah, anything above a pass is great, but this is just what I need to continue my goal of becoming a pharmacist. Now that this is done and I have a really clear plan of how I want to prepare for the next 3 exams, my Monday exam is on pharmacokinetics, which is widely regarded as a very challenging class. Students have failed it in the past, I've heard. I understand why, because the concepts are very tricky. So how I'm gonna study for this, I'm gonna review my notes. I'm gonna make even more condensed notes, cheat sheet kind of cards that I can just memorize and I don't even have to rely on understanding, especially relationships. So a lot of it in pharmacokinetics is you change one thing, what would be the effect on the other. So not even wasting time with reasoning and thought process, just knowing it black or white will save me a lot of time and just keep my head in the clear. So I want to get through 3 lectures before 7 because I am going out with some friends to grab a bite. This is probably the last time we're going to see each other before exams are over. I think we're all heading back home, so this is our last time to hang out and just chill. Well, not really chill, but I guess so. We did have a long week, 3 exams, 2 assignments, so I think we all deserve a break. But yeah, that is the plan. Enough talking. Let's get on with studying.
I don't always think about you, but sometimes I do, 'cause sometimes I drive through all of the streets we used to.
And we are done. I didn't get through all 3 lectures, but I did get through 2.5. The chapters were just so long, and I'm telling you, my brain is fried. I've gotten 7 hours of sleep in the past 2 days total. So yeah, no, I'm not functioning at my prime. But this is my outfit. Let me just do a pan up. So the theme is a Christmas sweater, and you guys know I don't wear a lot of color in my wardrobe, but I do have this green checkered plaid. It's from Ralph Lauren, so it has a red little logo, so hopefully this looks Christmassy enough. I'm going to head off and meet up with a friend, and then we're gonna get picked up.
First Avenue, 'cause sometimes I don't even know where I'm going at first.
Maybe I've been going nowhere.
Why did that happen? Anyways, continuing on.
It's time to start all over and go for it. 'Cause they don't need.
When I tell you that this is my favorite breakfast, it really is. It makes me so happy. If you guys haven't tried it, definitely do it. It's healthy, it's easy, and it's delicious. It's cream cheese, spinach, and smoked salmon. And then my matcha iced latte. I fixed it up. I don't know what happened. Literally that time it exploded.
They don't even know me yet. But that's something I don't regret.
I was really debating on whether to come to campus today, but then I was like, you know what? No, I need to get work done, and the best place to get work done is on campus, so here I am. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, and this morning was actually kind of a slow start. I set my alarm for 8, however, I woke up at 6, and I think it's because my body's just so used to waking up early that even though I wanted to catch up on the sleep and make up for lost sleep, my body said no. So I did fall asleep after 6 for another 2 hours, but then I woke up and then I really just took my time in the morning. Like I made my breakfast very slowly, and it was just nice having to not stress first thing in the morning once you wake up. But now I'm on campus. I'm gonna start studying pharmacokinetics for my exam on Monday, and it should be just a pretty chill study session. I do have 2 days. I have a good amount of time, so I'm not gonna try to stress myself out, but I still wanna be productive and get everything done because I don't want to have crazy sleep visuals again.
Every night I close my eyes and see only lavender dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo.
Okay, update. So there were students giving out some snacks and I had to get some. So I got a caramel cookie, which is so good. And then I also got a vanilla cupcake, and it just makes studying a little better.
I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. That's all I got. What can I say with a million things I can't erase? Million people I can't save. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk. Don't wanna wake up.
Just eating some leftover. It smells amazing. It is chicken parm with tomato pasta, and watching Riverdale again. I don't want to hear it. Do not judge me. So today was a super chill day. I really enjoyed my studying. I was gonna do one more chapter, however, it's like 9:30, so I think that maybe we're just gonna go to bed. I feel like I still need one more night to kind of recuperate and just recover from the nightmare that was 2 nights ago and just me sleeping so little. So I'm gonna call it a night, and then I'll review the last chapter that I want to do tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna be able to get through it faster anyway. So good night, guys.
Tell me that you can see what I see, feeling wrapped up in the warmth of Sunday. Man, I'm on reach, but I don't even know what's next. But all I know is step by step. But then again, I don't wanna wait for bliss when all I really.
Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, the day before my pharmacokinetics exam. And let me just tell you, this is my best friend. This has been keeping me alive. These are eye drops, and I've said this before, I have really dry eyes, but I had to use it without even beginning my study session, so what is that saying about my eyes? Anyways, now that they're dropped and my eyes are refreshed, we're gonna start studying. Now I wanna get through the chapter that I didn't get to yesterday. It is 2 lectures as well as review an assignment to make sure that I understand how to do all the questions. And then that'll probably take 2 hours or so, and then we're gonna be doing practice papers and problems the rest of the day.
Only lavender dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I can't undo. I just sleepwalk, I just sleep talk.
So I really underestimated how long this chapter would take. I added almost 2 pages to my cheat sheet of things I need to memorize. It was on pharmacogenetics and drug interactions. So I need to know what drug interactions are common, specifically with which enzymes, like cytochrome P enzymes, and then with the pharmacogenetics, again, the different enzymes and what races are most susceptible to differences in alleles. So it was a lot to remember and a lot to write down, but we finished it and I'm starving, so we are going to eat lunch. This is the lunch today. It is a sandwich with sardines and hot sauce. I'm about to start a practice exam. Now, these are the best ways to figure out what you're weak on, what you're strong on, and how you'll do in exam conditions. So everything is mimicked, clear desk. I just have my calculator, no notes, and I have my equation sheet, which is what we're given. So I will see you in 2.5 hours and we'll see how it goes. So I finished my exam. It was actually, for the most part, everything went really smooth. There was like a question where I didn't really understand what they were asking. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. It was a question basically on like graphing, and I would try to get the calculation, get the numbers to graph it, but it just wasn't working out. So I'm gonna fix up that. And then there was another question where I just missed a detail, which is like good that I missed it because now I know that there's two parts to it. So like if you want to increase the concentration of drug inside a body and you want it immediate, you can't just increase the rate that you administer the drug. You also have to add a loading dose. So now I know that. And there was one last question where I was very confident and then apparently it's wrong. So I'm trying to figure that out too, because I swear in the notes that it says that the only thing that affects the time to reach a steady state concentration is half-life, but then it says that volume would change it, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of that. But overall, it was really good. It actually kind of improved my confidence and it allowed me to see what I need to work on. Did a few more practice problems. My brain hurts. My brain is just like at its limit. I think doing a lot of problems is great, but it's just a lot, especially when you're doing them one after the other and after the other. So I'm going to pack up and then go home, eat, shower, and then we're gonna do a little more review. Okay, so it is 10 o'clock right now and I am pretty tired, but I want to go over everything pre-midterm because it is going to be briefly assessed on the exam and I feel like those are kind of easy marks to get. So I just want to go through everything, make sure I remember and I can recall it and just kind of refresh my brain. It'll probably take me around like 2 hours to go through everything, hopefully sooner, but we will see. And I'm trying to sleep before 12. So let's go. So all of afternoon, I felt okay. Like I felt like my progress was well, that I was understanding material. But in this last hour, I have somehow convinced myself that I am ill-prepared, that I don't know my stuff, that I'm gonna blank out, that I'm still hazy on my details, to the point where I am now waking up tomorrow at 3 a.m. And I don't know why I keep doing this. And it's not good for sure. Like, if you know it, move on. But how I see it, it's like up until the exam, I can't change anything. But prior to it, yes, I can. I have all the power. If studying another hour gives me that extra confidence boost, maybe I can get that 1 mark answer, then I will do it, which is not good because it is at the expense of my sleep and well-being. But that's just how I always thought, and I really think it stems from me being an overachiever when I was younger, and me always fighting for top marks. And even though I told myself that I don't need top marks now, it's just a part of me that I feel like will never ever go away, which is not ideal because I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm halfway through my exams, I have 3 more to go. Like, I can't be doing this all the time. So I really need to sleep now because I'm only gonna get 3 hours of sleep. I'm gonna end this week 1 exam vlog here. Like I said, this is a 2-part series, so you're gonna get the continuation next week. So make sure that you have your post notifications on so you don't miss it. But if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like. Let me know in the comments how your exams are going, what you're studying for. We're all in this together. And make sure to subscribe. And if you want to see more day-to-day content, make sure to follow me on Instagram at NathanWu. But that's it for me. Wish me luck, guys, tomorrow. And I'll see you guys, well, tomorrow, but next week. Bye, guys.